Hello everybody, this is Trina. I am getting started on my second layout with using the Bloom and Grace collection. This is, what is this? This is layout number 1, only the second side. So this is layout number 1A, and then I'm going to be working on layout 1, project 1, 2, or B. Because I split them up. They were supposed to be a double-sided page, and I made them into two single-sided pages, or single pages. So, yeah, that's a mouthful. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and work on today. I did speed this up, as you could tell. My hands are just a-flying. But one of the things that I love about these kits, as I believe I have stated in the last couple of videos, is that you can make them work for you. I definitely think I want to add in some pocket scrapbooking pages in between for all of the stories that I can't tell on these 5 pages. So, actually there's 6 pages. So these two are going to be doing, a double page spread, but I'm thinking about flipping them. And I guess we'll see. I haven't gotten there yet, so I guess we'll see how that works. That one's coming up next, I think. But I decided to use, I was very excited, my new Bluebell, which is the new color of the year. That's my stamp pad came in. I am in love with that color. It is so gorgeous. Like, it's like a dusty blue. It's so pretty. So I have decided with this kit to pull out all of the embellishments that I have from all my previous kits and everything. So yeah, I will have a lot of things that I can work with. And the reason I pulled out that purple one and the blue one, or teal, I think it's Glacier, is because I can recolor them. So I will see how well that works. This set, or this collection, is very warm toned, so the Good Vibes doesn't really work for this one, but I do figure it out. And I've decided to use these pages for my home searching, I guess, our home buying process. And so that's kind of exciting. I finally decided just add photos. Just add photos. It only takes a little bit. I mean, it did make my whole process have to take longer though, because essentially it just took longer. Trying to figure out, what I wanted the titles to be, because the titles for home buying aren't really the same. They don't really work with what the titles that are here. So, but I have plenty of stuff. I have plenty of goodies in my stash, and so I just found something to use. So I'm starting this one out very similar to the first layout that I did, using the squares that are it's kind of like quilting. I'm just trying to figure out what works and where it's supposed to be, and I feel like it's wrong. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's really scooted over, and I thought I measured it right, but I think I flipped over the T-square ruler, and then yeah. Once I realize it, I don't make you guys watch the fix though, which is essentially just using my Cricut prying tool and popping it all off of there and then replacing it. So I think what I did was I measured a 5.5 from the left side instead of 5.5 from the right side. And so yeah, there's that. So now that's all fixed, and you guys just get to see me put the rest of these on there, which it doesn't take very much time. But yeah, there's my little tool that I love having from Cricut. It works really great. These actually go down really, really easily, so. And I love that all the work's done for you. All you have to do is just cut out the papers and you're done. I mean, these are all two by two squares, so essentially you can do the same idea on anything you want, like cards or, you know, layouts, anything. Which I love that too. I can't help it. Lots of love. Um, so I'm trimming those corners there so that because the frame shows a little bit of the desert rose around the edge. So I go ahead and trim those off so that I make sure that they don't show. There we go. So the beginning of this, I think, may have taken the most. I don't even know if it took the most time. Well, it did take the most time because I had to redo it, but essentially, I mean, you know, once you have that first one down, you just go to town and you just lay them down. It's pretty easy. You know, adjusting for flowers and all that kind of stuff is kind of, you know, what took the most time, or usually does for me anyways. So this is the front, and I decide that we need a little bit of paper here and there to cover these empty holes. So, which is an easy fix because you know, when you do this, you have extra pieces and stuff. So, yay, that looks so good. Okay. So now I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. I'm again using the, what is it called? It is the Feels Like Home stamp set. I'm going to use this throughout the whole collection, or the whole kit, because it has, I like the parts that it has. Again, using the flowers and the hearts and the splatters, so. And I decided to use toffee. I'm going in and kind of filling that in with a smaller heart. I think maybe I could have done like and then I'm filling it in even more with some little mini splatters, so yeah, there's that. So I'm trying to mimic as best I can because I don't have the stamp set that goes with this, the scrapbooking, the Bloom with Grace scrapbooking stamp set. I didn't get that one, so you can definitely pull out whatever you have in your stash, like I just did, and use it. So yes, I will be going through all of this, covering the whole thing and pulling all of the backing off and all this kind of stuff. So I will fast forward that through. So here we are, nice and finished. And I'm pulling all of the backing off of here, and then I will kind of show you, if you look, you can see the pieces that I've kind of sort of peeled and just kind of folded over. And the reason I did, you'll see why I did that here in a second. I can adjust this without it fully sticking down. I can get it right where I want it, and then I can press it down, and those little parts stick, and then you can just easily really pull those off, kind of like a, you know, a zipper. You just pull them and they stick, and I love it. I don't even remember where I saw that, but it is amazing. So all of that is on foam tape, and you don't have to put that on foam tape. You can just lay it straight down. You don't have to. Another thing you could do is do a border, or like a stitched border around the outside edge, which I thought about doing, but there was a stitched border or stitching around the leaf shape, so I didn't want to really distract from that. So another thing I could have done was distress the edge, do just like with a paper distresser. That would have worked as well. So I am trying to cut this down so that it's, you know, the right size. I didn't want that white border on there, And I didn't want to print it either, so. Now I'm pulling out the photo placement mats. There we go. And why am I putting it on this one, you may ask? I don't know exactly why. Probably just so that it fits well in the, on the actual espresso mat. So, it works. And the reason I left the red is because, like, that's one of the main things you look at when you are searching online for a house. You look for, your favorite is, marked with your favorites are marked with red hearts, and as soon as your listing or when your offer is accepted, then it goes into pending, and then the pending is red, and the address, when you search it up, like on Zillow or whatever, it's red as well. So I just decided, actually the prices are red. Yes, I decided to keep those pops of red just because that's kind of the main focus of this particular layout. I didn't want it to be like, I didn't want all of the colors to be distracting, so I decided to just do them black and white with a pop of red, just to draw your eye to the photos. Because obviously, the collection is gorgeous, and if you didn't have any photos on there, it would still look really beautiful. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I want these. I want to kind of figure out how to get that title on there. It's just the word hello, and I can't remember which collection it's from. It's from an old retired one. But it's still very, very usable, which I love. I love that you can use them, gold you can use for any project that you want gold in, and I love that. So now I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want this photo. I don't want it to cover up where, where our home is. So I did try the espresso on the Good Vibes, because I was thinking, hello, Good Vibes, because, that's kind of what we needed when we were pending and we were waiting for everything to go through. Was Good Vibes. But if you look at it, it has a very green tint to it, and that's because the base color was green. So I think if it had been a purple or a red or an orange, it would have worked out much better. But I decided against putting Good Vibes on there. And then, let's see, what do I do? My computer or my camera went out. That's why I have things on there that I didn't before. So now I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with the title, now that it's not going to be Hello Good Vibes. I totally could have cut it out if I wanted to, but, I didn't want to pull out everything and do it all over again. I really should have just, like, my cart. Maybe I should get a stamp set or a die set, because Close My Heart has a lot of alphabet dies now. I wonder if I could just get an alpha set. That would work. Okay, so I have found that I have some jelly bean soup, alphabet or alphas, and these are they're kind of like a chipboard, I guess. Not really. They're very, very thin, but they're very strong, if that makes sense. So it's not like, thick like a chipboard, or like thickers. So at first I was going to go all capitals, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not a fan of going all capitals unless I absolutely have to. So I decided, these are a wood grain, and I thought that would be just fine. It would stand out against the, the background, because the background's really busy, but it's a nice dark tone, so it should be just fine as far as like being able to read it and everything like that. So instead of Hello Good Vibes, which I totally could have put, now that I think about it, I do Hello Future Home. And we did get the house, so we got the house, and now we're trying for the house next door. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. the other one, the house next door, isn't even being listed, so I can't even take a photo of it. Well, I mean, I just walk outside and take a picture of it, but it is in bad shape. The neighbors that were living there had a house fire, so yeah, it's pretty scary looking inside. So yeah, now I'm just gonna kind of figure out what I want where, figure out where I want my title. I think, now that I look at it, I think I could have done home a little bit lower and then had future a little bit lower, more to the left, and then had like leaves or something coming out of the I don't know what it's called, the photo mat. I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out, I kind of like that there, right there, right there. That looks much better there than it does up at the top, that's for sure. I wonder if that's where I put it. So I am trying to use the rest of this, and I don't know if I can or not, but I want to use every last drop if I can, because I love this stuff. So I had to... I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did to it, but I did something. I could have used the... Ooh, I used the new one. Ooh, look at that. Now to not get too much, because before it was just like squeeze to get everything you can out. Now it's like, oh, be careful because it comes out fast. Alright. I am so glad I put it there. I love it when I like surprise myself, because I made this like last week or a week and a half ago, something like that. And so now when I'm watching it, I'm like, I can't remember what I did. I remember certain things, but sometimes it's hard to remember, so. And I'm just using the weight of my ink pads for keeping that down so that it will actually stay down like it's supposed to. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue down future. Now if you get too much on this, all you have to do is just kind of touch it with your finger, and it'll naturally attach to your finger, and then it just, it'll make it less glossy. So when it dries, you see it a whole lot less if you, kind of put your finger on it, which is nice. I know, I kind of had to like juggle those letters there. They're kind of bouncy, which is just fine. So, hello future home. That one works out good too. Doesn't really show the excitement of, or part of the process, but I will have journaling that goes with this, and yay, there it is. Hello future home. And then I've got lots of things to, add in there, embellishments and everything that were in my little baggie that were meant for the original layout. So I am not sure if, yeah, you really can't. I can't see if you can tell the address or not, but when I look at it, I can't see it. So, I mean, if you see Stanwood, that's obvious. I'm definitely in Stanwood, but okay. So this one, essentially, I'm just going to stick it right down here. I think I actually put some foam tape on there, under there, eventually, but I can't remember. And then I'm going to go ahead, and I think, if I remember right, I decide that I want to put in one of my handmade flowers, and I'm afraid to tear the photos, so I just kind of stick it over the top. See? Look at that. And it's just starting to tear everything, so I'm just like, I don't want to tear everything, so I put it on there. But I think, because it has the white sticking out, it's kind of bugging me. So I might just take it up and risk the tearing. We'll see. Putting some little liquid glass on there and then pressing it down. And then I can figure out, you know, anything new, anything I want to put wherever. And that kind of tucking that under there kind of makes, you know, it kind of brings the word home, or, you know, the title in, because it's part of the, you know, the whole thing there. So I like that too. So now I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want that and where I want the leaf. And I think I did all of the wood veneer pretty much down towards the bottom right and left, but I do have 3 spots for it, so I do like that. So now I'm going to put, I think I do a little bit of stamping here. Yep. And then I have 4 places where I've stamped instead of just 3. But it looked like those were naked, so they needed some help there. So I think, I can't remember if this is it. I kind of try out some other things, but I don't know that I actually use them. Maybe, no, I was gonna say maybe I do, because I just took it off the sticker sheet. I don't know. So, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you, oh yeah, I forgot about this. I did want to put journaling on there, or a journaling spot, so I stuck a sticker down on white cardstock, and it's a planner sticker, but it works perfect. Adds a pop of gold in there, and I just love it. It works great. So yeah, as you can see, I did not have any journaling for this originally, but I do now. And that's all thanks to my planner stickers, my new planner sticker habit. And then never give up is one of those things that you kind of got to do when you're buying a house. So I'm trying to figure out what, that was also a planner sticker, but it worked out great. I think I'm looking for bling. I am looking for bling. So after I bling this one out, then I go back and I bling the other one out, which I added pictures, but I think my program takes the quality of the pictures and just turns them into awful pictures. But I don't know exactly how I can change that, because it really tends to like to do it. So I'm using the gold glitter gems from Close to My Heart and Bitty Sparkles. So just trying to figure out where exactly I want them to be. I like clusters. Essentially I like 3 clusters of 3. If it's a large area, it can be like a cluster of 5 and then 2 clusters of 3, but I like 3 clusters in general. Or 1. But I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you like it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. You're welcome to. Love to have you, and I hope you enjoyed this layout. Thanks for watching. Bye.